Welcome, Valpo fans, to another edition of Valpo Basketball Weekly, brought to you by Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute. I'm Aaron Levitt. Joining me today is the head coach of the Valpo women's basketball team, Mary Evans. Coach Evans, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Aaron.
It's been an exciting couple of weeks for your crew, back-to-back wins coming into this week, kind of wins in different ways. You look at the game at Evansville, kind of a more workmanlike win, really won it, I thought, with stretches of defensive success. And then the last time out at UIC, obviously a very exciting, dramatic game coming down to the final buzzer, Leah Ernest's buzzer beater for the win against the Flames. Just how rewarding is it as a coach to kind of see the hard work this group has put in pay off in the results the last couple weekends?
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome seeing their faces after the game and the excitement. And not even just after the game, but throughout the course of the game, they were playing with great energy and they were supporting each other and, being positive with each other. And we've talked about growing and becoming from game one at Eastern Illinois. We talked about this isn't the team we'll be in March, and we've just got to continue to stay focused on growing and what we're going to become. And they've done a fantastic job of that. Our upperclassmen have done a great job of leading by example and staying positive and keeping the locker room really positive. And they show up every day and they work, and that's all we ask of them. They're a very coachable group, and to watch it starting to come together and us starting to play basketball at the level that I think we can if we play clean offensive basketball, it's really fun as a coach to kind of see this progression.
Something about that group that was talked about on the bus after the game was kind of the demeanor and the poise late in the UIC when you're in a dramatic, close game. But the group was really calm on the bench during the timeouts. They were poised, they were ready to go. Just what does it say about this group, a group that contains a lot of freshmen, that they were that calm in that dramatic a situation?
Yeah, I mean, I know Coach Duck made a comment to me yesterday just about because she went into the timeout before me, just how calm they were and how focused they were, and how I think those games can go one of different ways, right? We had a play where we were trying to play in the broken floor. I was trying to get a timeout when I saw I didn't really like what was going on. We took a quick shot. They could have hung their head over that, but they didn't. Then we had a foul after we tied it up. We could have hung our head there and they didn't. They just kept saying, we'll find a way to get it done, that we're going to make a play. The foul at the end, we were frustrated with. But again, it guaranteed we got the basketball back, right? We were going to either be down one or down two, but we were going to get an opportunity to have a last second shot. And so at that point, we knew where we wanted to go with it. And Leah did a great job, I thought, all game facilitating and passing the basketball. I thought they executed that last play to a T. And, we were fortunate. Their player made a decision to kind of go for a steal, which gave her probably an easier shot than we were expecting to have on that play. But it worked out. And then she stayed calm and finished what was not really an easy layup. It was pretty off angled and pretty far from the hoop. And she used the glass. And, I think it's a testament to our leadership, and it's a testament to the young people trusting our older kids and the older kids trusting our young kids, and basketball players stepping up and making plays.
You talk about Leah, and she just keeps getting better, averaging over the last 5 games over 20 points a game, over 8 rebounds a game. We saw a new wrinkle on Sunday where she was your primary ball handler for most of the game. What does it say about her progression over this year that you're able to use her in that kind of role?
Yeah, I mean, she's a very versatile player. I mean, she very easily could probably be a 3 at another school, but we use her as a post, and we get great matchups because of that, And so we went into the UIC game with a game plan to try to not mess around with their point guard. Their point guard likes to dog the basketball and turn people and really work people, and it gets quite a few steals. So we wanted to put her as far away from the ball as possible and make her guard screening action and do things that maybe she doesn't enjoy doing as much. And I thought Leah stepped up and not only handled it and got us into our offense, but then I thought attacked out of it in transition and made great decisions. It wasn't just about her going to get her layups. We knew help was going to come, and I thought she made some great decisions to facilitate and get off the ball, including, the second to last play where she stayed calm after getting stuck on the baseline and found Nevaeh open, and Nevaeh made a shot. So they're playing really good team basketball right now. We had a lot of possessions through the first half where we moved the ball and we shared the ball and we got great shots that didn't go in. In the second half, we caught fire a little bit, and shots that we missed in the first half started falling for us. But this is a good shooting team, so I don't think we were surprised by how well we shot the basketball. And if we'll continue to work as hard as we did to get those good looks, I think we'll continue to shoot the basketball well for the remainder of the year.
Yeah, you can look at the box score. You see 14 threes against UIC. You go back to Bradley win, 12 3-pointers in that game, but those numbers are really just the end of this story and the byproduct of good offense. And I think we saw that Sunday, something which stood out to me. 13 of our 14 3-pointers in Sunday's win against UIC were assisted. I think that's just more and more of the offense looking like it ideally should from your perspective.
Yeah, I mean, this offense, there's a lot that goes into this and the screening action. And we've really talked the last couple of weeks about the screening action really just gets us into our dribble penetration. And once we get into dribble penetration, we want to keep moving the basketball until we get the ball to the people that we want to take the shots. And those people are going to change game by game, right? Like we've had games where Ella, couldn't miss, and we've had Brown went 4 for 4 last game. Nevaeh was hot, and I thought we did a really good job finding each other. And making open shots and understanding who had the hot hand. And when this team figures that out, and will continue to buy into that, they're going to be tough offensively.
There were a lot of big plays. Obviously, when you win by 1 point, every play is crucial. We saw that on Sunday. You mentioned Liv Brown hitting all 4 for 3-pointers. Nevaeh tied the Valpo freshman record with 6 threes. I want to highlight Layla Gold, freshman. She got put in the starting lineup due to injuries at the start of conference, but I thought she had one of the biggest plays on Sunday. She misses a layup with about 90 seconds to go, hustles back, gets a steal in transition, taking away a possession from UIC. Every possession critical, obviously, when the game is decided by 1 point. What have you seen from her over the course of this year, and how has she grown to this point, her freshman year?
Yeah, she came in, and I would say during the summer, we were all blown away by her athleticism. I mean, she has got really long arms. She's got a really good vertical. So even though she's not, maybe 6'2", she really protects the rim really well. She rebounds the basketball really well, and I think she gives us some versatility against some of these teams in our conference that like to run a lot of dribble drive offense, because we're able to keep her out on the perimeter, and she's switching off onto guards, and she's able to contain them. And so her growth has been tremendous. She got into a little bit of rut at the start of the season, just with us adding more and more information. I think she was thinking a little bit too much, but since she's kind of come out of that and stopped thinking so much and just is playing basketball and trusting her instincts, I've been really pleased with her. And she's really brought some good stability, and maybe not numbers, but her defensive effort, her rebounding, her boxing out, her ability to move the ball, her driving and looking to dish. She's got really good vision for a bigger kid. So I'm excited to watch her continue to progress throughout this season and into next.
Back home this weekend at the Arc, starting off the second half of conference play. You're playing teams now for the second time, kicking it off with Indiana State and Evansville. You had one good half down in Indiana State, and then the second half was not as good. Evansville, you obviously won that first game. How do you flip the Indiana State result and then take care of Evansville again?
We got to stick to the initial game plan. We've got to rebound the basketball. Both of these teams are tremendous offensive rebounding teams. Both teams get to the free throw line a lot. So we've got to play clean basketball defensively. We've got to finish every possession with a box out and keep them off the boards. And I think specifically for Indiana State, they went to a zone there in the second half, and we've got to do a better job executing and attacking it. So that'll be what we really focus on here as we get back into practice, is playing against that zone and being comfortable, and hopefully we can get them out of it and get them back into man-to-man.
2 chances to catch Valpo at the Arc this weekend. Indiana State Friday at 6 p.m., Evansville Sunday at 1 p.m. Coach Evans, thanks for your time today. Good luck this weekend.
Thanks, Aaron.
This has been Valpo Basketball Weekly, brought to you by Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute.